There we go. This is how you know that I don't stream on YouTube. Because I don't know, I didn't know you have to hit start streaming twice. Now if YouTube could just go and show me, there we go. Oh, yeah. Oh my god. Freaking YouTube is like a whole minute behind it. Yeah. Okay. Stream doesn't seem to be lagging like last time. Guess I hope not. That does not look 60 FPS on my end. I know I set it to 60.
Ice Valley.
Oh, I need the freaking stream itself. I don't need to hear the stream. Alright, I'm gonna have to wait a whole minute just to see if... Oh, I forgot to change the... I gotta switch to Wii controls. Door. That does not look 60 FPS. What the hell? Whatever. Racing flat surface. Well, this is the flattest surface I got. Is it calibrated? Christ on a stick. Alright, it's the reset button. Okay. Okay, no. Oh, did not want to do it. Yeah, this mapping is weird. Right, no. It's not what I want to do. Why on earth would they switch? Hold on. Alright, you know what? Fuck it. I don't think it's running it. Oh wait, no, I need the chat up. What am I doing? All messages. Okay. We're good now. Oh, then the right stick. I'm an idiot. Yeah, that makes more sense. Why on earth would they switch? Why would they do this? It wasn't even like this on the Wii. Why am I still hearing the stream? I don't want to hear the fucking stream. Ugh. Okay. Okay, so that's that. You still jump. X more. L is jump? Okay, let's see if I can... Is L jump in Morph Ball? No. No, why would it be? This mapping is retarded. Why did... This does not feel like Wii controls at all. This is why I stick to the GameCube ones, because, like, why would they not make the scan visor left like it always is? Oh, both? Both R and ZR is recenter? Why would they do that? That's stupid. They could have made one of the buttons jump so I don't have to flick the fucking thing. Okay. I think I'm remembering the feel. What is that? Oh. Wasted a missile, so let's get it back. Thank you. There's freeing and what? Wait, that can't be right. So if I, why would they do? How would I turn that off? Why would they do that? That's not how it was on the Wii. So I have. This is fucking. I have to hold both to lock the reticle. So I can't even lock the reticle. What the fuck? Hold on, I need to play with this some more. I don't remember it being this retarded. I need to go find some enemies. Why is jump not working? Oh my god. Why is my controller lagging? What the fuck? It never lags at this distance. Where is it? 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 It's supposed to jump down for me. Okay. So if I do that, I have to hold both down to fucking. No, bullshit is this? Wait. Hold on a dang minute. And this. Oh wait, I just want to fucking mute this. Move chat. All messages. There we go. Okay. I have to reload. Every minute counts. Stream does not look 60 FPS. Oh, you know what? Let me. Hold on. I'll be back. Oh. Alright. Yes, switch the I have to switch the GameCube controls. What the frick do this with GameCube controls again? Yep. This is quite the mess. Okay. was a mess. Ugh. There we go. Let's try that again. There you go. Ugh. This never showed the battery before. Ah, damn it. Hold on. Alright, hopefully no more issues now. That's weird. This controller has never shown the battery. That's interesting. Since I do want to fight Stardust with Wii controllers. What is that weird on this controller? Copy. What the hell? I don't tell you to turn off. Damn it. God. Dang it. Hold on, let me fucking check YouTube Studio and see. Hold on, let me check YouTube Studio, see if that's any better. YouTube is trash, so probably not. No, of course, the YouTube Studio app doesn't have a way to watch your own chat. Why would it? Right? That means I just have to keep an eye on this and make sure my phone doesn't turn off. Christ almighty. Alright. Well, the video's paused. I don't know if the chat's gonna go. Yeah, whatever. Two shots? Since when? Since when do they go down in two shots? What the fuck? Oh, yeah, I have full missiles, right? Yeah. Stay with it. Yeah, it's gonna look. It's not scannable from there? Shit. Oh no. Ah, dang it. Why do I not remember this area being that color. Stupid. Oh. Right. Wait, you can't even dash when you're scanning a creature? Even in, I'm pretty sure even in the GameCube version, after they removed scan dashing, you could still dash whilst, like, well, no, I guess I did. Hold on. I could have sworn it still let you, like... Oh, yeah. Oh, he's rolling. I just can't do that. He's not rolling. I can't believe it. No. See, I'm pretty sure in the GameCube version it doesn't take that long to go in the north wall. So I never get hit by that in the GameCube version. I'm free. Wait. What's it doing? Fire's doing. Ah, and my phone turned off. Amazing. Alright, I'm gonna keep the stream going. Which means I'm gonna have to hear tons and tons of echo, but you know, that's nothing for y'all to worry about. Okay. Back to it. There's thunderstorms. What is this? Oh, alright. Yep, no, name's not. That's the one thing that they should have fixed is, like, when I walk on the battle, I forgot to tell that. What? Oh, I forgot this did that. stuck if I wasn't frozen. Oh, crap. Oh! I swear that transition takes longer in this version. Hold on. What's he doing? What is he doing? What's that? No, it's actually like nothing to really that hard with this. Like an unnoisiness. No, you. Oh, crap. Are you absolutely kidding? What nonsense is this? Alright, let's go fast this. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. I love this cutscene. I love Metroid Prime. Paper oil. Oh, that guy's coming over. Yeah. I don't. I was sworn that gives you more.
Yo.
Yo, what's good?
Let's see, we got a visual here.
Can you see the stream?
All I see is just the screen with the two of us and this weird gay Bowser here.
Oh, no, I'm streaming on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. On the Immortalix channel.
Okay. Let me see.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Oh wow, I'm gonna start hearing myself. Looks like I missed out on a very cool battle here.
Yep.
Cool and rocky.
Everyone's favorite rock.
Going around at the speed of sound.
Yeah. I think Corone is actually still streaming Metroid Prime as well. She started a couple hours ago.
Oh, okay. I know she has like the two of them, but you know.
Yeah, I think she's like close to 20 hours in, but she's still with the gravity suit.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's first time, and these games, Prime's longer than the 2D ones, so.
Yeah. So you finished Prime Remastered, right? You played all the way through it.
Pretty much. I got to like the last save point in the Impact Crater, and I just didn't really feel like. It's one of those things where it's weird. You know, you play a game like constantly. Once you get to like a certain point, it's like, okay, I kind of have my fill of playing the game as it is. You know.
Yeah. For me, I just don't like dealing with the Metroids in the Impact Crater.
Yeah, they're just
that final room, like right before Metroid Prime.
I mean, if I was like playing it like for a stream or something, obviously I would play it. But problem
Yeah.
I have with the fishing Metroids is that they're just use a power bomb. Like,
Yeah.
and that's the thing, is like you have to stop and awkwardly do it, and it's like,
Yeah.
okay, you know.
And the thing is, I like to save the power bombs for the Prime fight for when he starts like spawning Metroids.
Well, yeah, but the idea is like try to avoid like overusing them.
Yeah.
It kind of like little Resident Evil, like ammo management.
Yeah. By the way, I think the YouTube stream is like a whole minute behind where I actually am.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Whereas,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
used
Because yeah,
to, I
you're just
usually stream
rolling
on
around
Twitch.
on the spider track here.
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
used to
wow.
streaming on Twitch where it's only like 10 to 20 seconds behind.
Oh, okay.
But YouTube is still a little back in time. And freaking, at least like when I'm streaming on Twitch, I could pull up Twitch chat on my phone, and
Yeah.
the Twitch app has, it like automatically basically tells your phone not to turn the screen off, whereas like YouTube has no function like that, unless I have
You
the
have to go.
stream
You have to
itself
go and
playing.
like basically tell it not to turn off or something.
Yeah.
That's
And
actually kind
they
of.
even made like a whole YouTube Studio app that's like geared towards the quote unquote creators, and even that has like no mode to manage your stream.
Oh,
So like,
okay.
what the hell?
All that money, have all these engineers, and they can't even do the one thing
Yeah.
that Twitch does. You know.
And then they put the damn comments on the side.
Yeah. But yeah, like
One thing I
Symphony.
noticed when what were you gonna say?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna mention for the stream. One thing I noticed, like when she was playing, is she would miss a lot of save rooms. So when she died, she would have to like redo like a whole hour worth of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was gonna say, as far as the voices go, I mean, since I'm we're hearing each other in the past and everything, or at least
Yeah.
I am. It's it does sound like it's awfully quiet.
Like
On the
the
stream
game
itself,
or us?
like I would say, like if you're trying to like obviously balance the game audio and the voice audio.
Yeah.
It would be nice to do like a little bit louder, so that way.
The game to be louder? Or?
No, the voices to be louder.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah, just because.
I think I'm the voices turned up as high as.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know you're on your phone. I was just saying, like, compared to like other like let's play channels. I mean, not that like like I think like for example like FPV or something. Not that I still watch them, but like their voices are like at least you can like kind of hear what they're saying like more easily. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me pause the game. Let me see what I can do. I'll be back in a minute because my laptop's on the other side of the room.
Yeah, right now you're fighting on the stream. You're fighting the paratroopers. Okay, now he just paused. Yeah, there's certainly some delay. Oh wow, I am so out of sync with what's going on. So for anyone who's listening, did you know that you can, at least in the GameCube version, I don't know if in this version, but you can go out of bounds and use that to like sequence break? Real thing.
Okay.
Not gonna lie though, I have what's gone?
I just turn it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So let me once. Well, I guess you'll have to wait a whole minute, but let me know.
Yeah, I was actually commenting, like you're paused now,
Yeah.
and I put like I was making a comment about like I just be like about fill in the dead air and be like, hey, there's sequence breaks and stuff.
Yeah.
At least in the original, I don't know if they patched out the weird like out of bounds stuff that you can do in the original.
I don't know about the like the out of bounds like secret world type stuff, but
Yeah.
I saw like some exploits people do, most of which involve using the Wii style controls, the Wii pointer style controls.
Oh,
like,
okay.
To get like early power bombs or early plasma beam and stuff. Actually, I saw one where yeah, someone got like power bombs before the Thardus fight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you could basically like kind of spam those and knock them down.
Do they actually do anything to him, or?
Yeah, it actually does work on them. Like the little weak spots.
Okay.
Take out like one chunk in one hit.
Okay. They're kind of like, oh, if you want to just one shot this guy, just turn on this value and modify this to give you 999 or whatever the max is,
Yeah. If I remember correctly, there's a puzzle in this room that involves draining the lava, right?
That's. I'm trying to think.
Or is that like something later and I might come back?
No, yeah, that's this room. You have to use the.
Okay.
The room you're in. Well, the room you're in right now.
Yeah.
You have to use like the wave beam.
Yeah.
And then more all over the place. Yeah. My cue for all these is use the anytime you see an event that's probably something you want to give it a nice little hand wave or two,
Yeah. There we go. By the way, is the audio sounding better?
I would say on the stream I can hear you a bit. I can hear you better, but it is quiet still. Like my voice is actually louder. I'm actually curious if I don't remember what this is set to.
Forgot this time.
I'm just curious, how loud do I sound now? With all this lag.
I'm not sure what the entrance was. Oh.
You're close.
Yeah.
I always hate when that happens. It's like, okay, go back to you're grounded,
Yeah. Oh shit. Time it. Which? Oh, not that way.
I think you have to scan these, and then it'll like let you.
Yeah.
Like
once I start hearing that timer beep, stress.
Yeah, well, yeah, because then you start getting burned. It's weird. I actually turned up the volume on my mic, like the one on the microphone, and it's not really any louder in the stream.
Yeah.
Let me just check good old Discord settings. Okay. Yeah, my input volume's all the way up. I want to turn the output volume up because it's weird because you have like the volume mixer on Windows.
Discord and,
Windows, Discord, and then you have like I have the one, the shit stack. I have the volume on that. It's like several different things you can control that like all affect audio.
Yeah. I'm kind of limited using my phone here, and I'm using like as Dankpods calls them, the Apple Dirty Buds.
Apple Dirty Buds.
Yeah, the regular, the wired AirPods that like
Oh, okay.
used to come with everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wait, so they're literally wired AirPods, or is it just a wired thing that Apple?
it's the regular. I mean, before AirPods, this is what like everybody knew as like the Apple earphones, like the regular
Oh, okay. I
wireless.
see.
Okay. Yeah, but the shape is the exact same as the AirPods. So when I was talking to some of my cousins, my younger cousins in Trinidad, they
Okay.
they were like, oh yeah, you can't. They were talking about something. And they're like, oh yeah, it doesn't work with the AirPods. You got to use those ones with the wires coming out of them.
Oh, okay.
Like yeah, like the idea of wired earphones to them is foreign.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. Oh shit.
I mean, you told me what it's kind of like over there, so I wasn't sure, like, how far ahead they are.
I honestly wasn't expecting them to be like that.
Because like wired, I mean, that's like the one been around for like the longest time.
Yeah.
You show me that one picture where it's like, Xbox 360 repair. I'm like thinking, wow.
Yeah.
It's like old system from. You got to think like that system actually released in 2005.
Yeah.
It was like the first one to, come up to the plate in that generation.
Yeah. Yeah, I was surprised when I saw that poster. I'm like, I wonder what kids think like when they're walking through that mall and they see that, because I don't think any shop in that mall still sells them.
Yeah. Well, I feel like the 360 is probably like pretty, like a lot of people might remember it, like if they're like young enough.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how much of like Adam Cornick stuff you watch.
Yeah.
But he did a video recently about like how like 360 and PS3 prices are going up, and I think I sent you send this to you like in the chat, like not in like this chat, but like DMs and stuff.
Yeah.
And he said that what happens is a lot of people, what they do is once they get out of college or they start getting a job, they buy back their childhood.
Yeah.
If they did the whole thing of like, oh, I gotta sell off my Xbox 360 to be able to afford an Xbox One, which
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know why you would do that, but anyways.
I did notice that like even like with my own classmates, like coming out of high school, they would like sell their stuff, and then like 2 years later they would like buy it back. And then I had one friend who would basically like he would console hop, so like he did this ever since like the 360 generation. He'd buy like a 360 and then play that for like half a year and then sell it, and then buy a PS3 and play that for like half a year and then sell the PS3 and buy back a 360.
Man, I mean, it's like just get both.
He would sell all his games with it too, like every time, so he'd have to buy back his games.
Yeah, I mean, I understand if like you want, like at least keep the games,
Yeah.
Because what I discovered is that when you start getting stuff used, especially discs, people don't take care of that stuff, and for CDs and I think even DVDs or some DVDs, I forget what the deal is with the DVDs, but like I have a local like DVD, local DVD thing in my where I live, and it actually has well, you're not gonna crush them with that.
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
Oh man, I mean,
you do that.
Yeah, I always go for that because I always like interacting with the environment. It's one of the things I liked about like Injustice and Mortal Kombat. Is that you get like because I know you haven't played like some of those as much as I have. You can like an MKX. In like the city stage, you can get like this thing. It hits the guy and it like goes to like a slow down, and be like, oh,
Yeah. I played a lot of, well, not story mode, but like I played a lot of Injustice 1 and MK9. Just because that's what we had in the game room when I was in college. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So and that's what, like, if I wanted to play with other people, like that's what people were playing most of the time.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say I ever got good at those games.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
But I mean, Injustice was when they started doing like the interactions.
Yeah, I do remember that stuff in the stages.
It's just like Mortal Kombat X and like 11, even Injustice 2, like go like even more ham with it.
Yeah. I think I have Injustice 2 on PS4, but I'm not sure. If I do, I haven't played it much because I probably got it like right before, like I hacked my PS4 and then stopped playing
you
it.
probably have to like, I mean, depending on what the hack method is, you have to probably have to like do a bunch of stuff in order to get it to work right. With like the DLC, if you were to buy like, you know, Ninja Turtles and Dr. Fate and I forget like, I think Enchantress. I forget who's all in there. Oh yeah, also Hellboy is in there. And he looks weird. Like if you've ever seen like what he looks like in the game, he looks like everyone else looks like it's realistic, and he looks like cell shaded. I'm like art direction clash here. Apparently they were gonna try to get Neo in that game because, and it's funny because like
really?
Catwoman, she has like a Trinity reference in her super mode basically. You know the second one where she does like the thing with the motorcycle at the beginning.
Yeah.
Catwoman basically does the same thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, with the hacked PS4, and like I think it even has like if games require more like higher firmware than 9.0, you're kind of fucked. I mean, sometimes the community makes like patches for it, but
they actually can't like they haven't like gone past 9.0 for anything or.
Well, I think recently they've gone past 9.0 for the hybrid firmware, which is what I'm on. But
Okay.
I haven't looked into that stuff in like probably years. Yeah.
Kind of sounds like with me and the Switch, and it's like the thing about the Switch is that it's so much work to maintain.
Yeah.
Keeping it charged up. I mean, I have it like powered off, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm like from what I understand, Nintendo's like taking down like a lot of like the tools, like just for the Switch,
okay.
like in the last year. So it's like okay, like Prime 4 is coming out for in 2025, and it's like what I'm probably gonna do is just wait until because I want to have to. Here's the thing: I don't want to have to go back and do this whole thing again.
Yeah.
Because once I forget what it is, but you have to download this like firmware. It's not a custom firmware, but it's like special kind of like patches or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And the tool for doing that like easily was one of those ones that got taken down. They also took. I don't think Nintendo took it down. I think the creator took it down. This like easy SD card maker thing, where literally just web app is like downloads like whatever firmware, a bunch of checkboxes. You try to go to that site now, and it's like there's nothing.
Oh. Okay.
So it just says like, hey, I'm glad you used this all these years, but I don't know. So it's very frustrating because there's still some stuff I want to dump from my Switch, and I could probably dump stuff like right now if I just don't like update. But after a certain point, like from 2024 and some other stuff, it's not gonna work.
Yeah. There's that kind of happened. Oh, that's too cool. That kind of happened with the Wii U for me because I don't know if you remember, there was like the ISO websites. There was like 3DSISO.com, Wii U ISO.com, like 360ISO.com, and that whole like family. There were like forums. That whole family of forums got taken down, and I think it was mostly because of Nintendo.
Was it like ISOZone or something, or?
No, they outlive ISOZone a little bit.
Oh, okay. I mean, it does sound familiar.
Yeah, but because I think in the beginning obviously, because the Wii wasn't out. It was just like PS3 ISO and 360 ISO.com, and it was just like a forum where people would share pirate stuff.
Oh, okay.
And so I would go to Wii U ISO, and honestly, like I wouldn't even go there for like straight up Wii U games because those were easy enough to get with some other programs that
Yeah, you could
they
like
made.
dump it with like the Wii U pretty easily.
Yeah. What I actually went there for is people would have like custom versions of like the virtual console games, because
Oh, okay.
because NES Virtual Console and Nintendo 64 Virtual Console were kind of not great on the Wii U. Like they had like a dark filter on everything, and then
Oh, okay.
yeah,
It's kind of like the situation with like emulating Super Mario All Stars versus like the like it was SNES 9X as opposed to the official port that they released. I think I remember seeing some stuff about that back in the day.
Yeah, it was basically just like really like subpar emulation, and the stuff they had on Wii U ISO would like it would go above and beyond. Like they would implement like widescreen hacks, and disabling like all of Nintendo's pointless filters.
Yeah.
And that kind of thing, and 60 FPS hacks as well. Like I think it was Kirby and the Crystal Shards, the only Kirby game they released on N64, pretty much.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that game originally ran at like 30 FPS, and they got it running at 60 FPS widescreen on the Wii U version. Which,
yeah.
Like even the Kirby collection that they released on the Wii didn't look that good.
Yeah, like didn't animate that smoothly. By the way, that flame thing that he does is not as impressive looking as it was on the GameCube. Like the stream of fire, I wish was like actually like a stream of fire, not just like oh,
Yeah.
the way he blows it. It's kind of like he has something blockage or something.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of the effects just look kind of flat in this.
I was gonna say you have the spring ball.
Yeah, I just remembered. I hate that I have to freaking because I'm playing with the GameCube controller, so I have to flick the whole GameCube controller.
Wait, because like that's one of those ones that has gyro in it, or
Yeah, it has gyro, but like even if it didn't, I would be screwed because there's no like they don't map it to any of the buttons.
that's weird. I thought I could do it with the buttons. I was using the dual analog. That's why.
Yeah, that's the only control scheme where they let you
Do it with like the buttons.
yeah. Sorry,
Okay.
I just I froze because I got like a thing on my phone. Yeah. Did I go in a circle just now, or?
Yeah, you just went back.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, you're fighting more enemies than I do. Usually I'm just like unless I have to fight them, I'm just like hey, how's it going? Just casually walk by.
Yeah, I don't really mind too much. I don't like getting hit by the small enemies.
Well, it's just one of those things where eventually you become like such a tank. If you're at least on like normal. Obviously on like hard or fusion or hyper mode.
Yeah.
Probably can't be as careless.
Okay.
Cause like Symphony of the Night after a while, unless you use like oof, get out of there. Yeah, and Symphony of the Night after a while, it's like unless you're using like the Ring of Ares. I don't know how familiar you are with Symphony of the Night, but
yeah.
Like unless you're using like very specific items, like after a certain point you become like so overpowered, and there's like only like some like there's only like certain enemies that will like do anything more than like one hit point of damage. Like I think the only ones are like the skeletons that shoot the beam from their from their crotch or whatever.
Oh.
You know,
Yeah.
you know, those are actually kind of scary because early game, like if you once you're like in the inverted castle, like 2 of those are good enough to kill you actually.
Yeah.
And like,
was I supposed to go back to Talon, or was I supposed to go?
let's
to Drown
see.
on? I don't
I
remember.
think I'm trying to remember.
Because the last time I touched this save file was like a year ago.
Yeah, I think I've seen you on your Twitch. It was like months or something like that.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where when I'm watching, I'm playing. I'm in like 2 different mindsets.
Yeah.
I think you have to go back to because I know you what is it? You don't have grapple beam yet.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember. I think you get grapple beam for gravity.
Yeah, and that I think Ice Beam was next because.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, you have to go back to Chozo Ruins. You have to go back there because you get that, and then I think after that is when you get base jump, if I recall.
Okay.
Or do you already have it?
Yeah, I have space jump. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm just gonna reload my save file because I don't feel like going back through that.
Just wasted a bunch of time.
Yeah.
If only we could bite the dust and reset a time called a time loop reset or something. I do love the 3D model of the Switch that they got there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Just any of the 3D models that they have of the system, and like any of the games.
And then they did it for the Wii in the trilogy version. Made the little floating Wii.
Yep.
Lava caves.
So I guess in the Japanese version, the little narration voice is on by default. Because when Korone started the game, she was like, "Oh, English, what do I do?"
I don't know. I mean, I've heard the voice now. It's like, I don't know. I don't really care for it.
I only have it on in this version because I've never like actually played it with the voices on before.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's like it's just kind of distracting from like the atmosphere. Is kind of what I'm saying.
Yeah. But since I'm like streaming most of it anyways, I didn't. Oh, I just took the wrong elevator. I'm an idiot.
Let's see. Going up.
Yeah, I'm gonna be going back down real soon.
I think of a particular song from Catherine. Not that I haven't played the game. I've just heard the music from it.
I have that for Switch, and I'm pretty sure I've never even opened it. I keep forgetting.
Oh, that's the wait, that's the re-release version, right?
Yeah.
Not just the PS3 port or whatever. No. Okay.
Yeah. At least I think so.
If it's full body, then yeah, it's the new one.
Yeah.
Cause it's weird. It got like a weird release on PC, where it got like the PS3 was like called like Catherine Classic, or on PC, on PC, and then I think they released the full body version later. And I understand that game that was like one of the first ones where like translation was like it was like a bit of a alarm bell for Atlas, where it's like translation was like all messed up. Like a bunch of people on like Reset Era were like,
oh yeah, they're about the trans person.
Well, I don't. It was Reset Era quoting like the translation team.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, but obviously Reset Era is what it is. They have their biases, as they tend to, as any form tends to have.
Retard era, as I like to call them.
Yeah, or I like, or Reset Era.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where I'm like, trying to learn Japanese, and having like the opportunity that I have to actually do it with someone in real life and not like over a guide, because there's a certain
using a phone app.
Yeah, or all the other methods that people recommend. I mean, and I've heard some good methods, and like there's like some good like advice videos I've seen where they're like, if you want to do it, learn Japanese. There's these apps I use, and you have to like immerse yourself in the language, and a lot of stuff that I admittedly have been kind of lax about, just because I have like other projects. I have like way too much going on. In between like all the computers I have and other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if I didn't have a bunch of stuff going on either, I would totally be down to do a class.
Well, it's not like
that is the best way to learn.
Yeah, it's more. It's what it is. It's like a tutor sort of situation where I already told you this in a DM, but it's funny because it was actually the tutor lady. She's actually the wife of one of my 8th grade history teacher.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a weird, like small world kind of situation,
Yeah.
But to learn all that, it's something that requires like practice, and like you have to like stay consistent with it. I would say it's kind of similar to like trying to lose weight and be on a diet, and unfortunately I've kind of, let's just say I've kind of undone all of the progress I've made in the last year.
Wow.
And I'm not like completely like at like where I was, but it's like basically the same thing. Partially because where I work, they feed you so well. They almost do too good of a job of feeding you, and the problem is that they feed you with is carbs, sugar, stuff that's not exactly
place,
salads.
We can't even. Yeah. At my place, we can't even get a dang old vending machine. That's how bad it is.
I mean, based on what you've told me about it, it's that checks out. I had something kind of like that before my current job, actually, like what you describe. And there was no vending machine. I don't even think there was like a refrigerator. Like I think that was something they had to get in.
Okay. But at least we're not that bad.
And I think they also had to fix some other stuff. That place was like just not managed very well either. Like,
wow.
Without going into too many details, because I think I told you I actually had to sign an NDA when working there, and there was. I'll just say there's a very good reason for that, and based on how some things go, I might be able to say, not on stream, but like in a DM, like what it is. Because if I said it on the stream, it might be like, some people might be like, oh, that guy, So that, anyways, but wow, I'm streaming and I'm like hearing myself.
I had it playing for myself too, but I had to turn it off because it was so distracting. But like I said earlier, the issue with that is now I can't. My phone will turn off so I can't see the chat. But I don't think
there's no one in the chat. I can actually see it.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's
live chat. What's the live chat? Yeah.
Well, at least I got a chance to drop the rock on the dude.
And whatever they're called.
Yeah. What are they called?
Fire Dragoons or Magma?
Magmor?
Magma
literally
Dragoons.
Just called Magmors.
Magma Dragoon because, Mega Man.
Yeah. Oh, so when I was, I think it was in the mini compilation clip I sent you of Corone. Like, every went to a new area, it would show the name like in text form.
Yeah. So like in English or something.
What?
It was like in English or something, or.
No, it was in Japanese. But whenever she went to Magma Caverns, and the text popped up, she would say lava cave. So I'm wondering if in Japanese it's like Magma Caverns is just called lava cave.
Oh, kind of like a Maru sort of thing, where it's like it's like a rolling ball or something.
Yeah, he was like, oh, lava cave.
Actually, let me actually try that. Let me actually try that. I actually have Japanese on my computer, like the Japanese keyboard, like software wise. So let me actually do I don't know if I need to put that. So according to D-Bell, Marumari translates out to rounded sum.
Rounded, okay.
Or okay, hold on. Okay, this is the thing about like trying to use these translation things, like check yourself. Like I'll go. It depends on like if you put a period in there, it then becomes like rounding. Is if you say that. But if you put a space in there and then like how we would do it, it just says Maru Maru. I wish
by the way, does the stream look like it's 60 FPS?
It's like
I have all my settings are 60 FPS. When I was looking at it on my phone, it didn't look like it.
Yeah, it is. It is. I have it on 720, 60. Sometimes it like some frame drops, but
Okay.
Are you playing? You're playing this off of Switch, right?
I'm on real hardware, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, in my experience, it hasn't dropped any frames. Like, I guess.
Well, any frames that would be like normal for like real hardware, because
Yeah.
I mean, we also Switch is the same system that they got the Pokemon Scarlet running the way it did.
PS2 looking game can barely handle 30 FPS.
I don't know. I feel like I've heard like a lot of people say like a lot of games like some are visual games to PS2, and I'm like thinking, like, have people like forgotten how like crusty some of those PS2 games looked? Because I go back and play some of them now. Like, I was looking at. I think I told you I was looking at.
It's one of those things where they definitely look better in your memory, like in your head, than yeah.
But I was like looking at the cutscenes for watching Xenosaga, and Xenosaga 2 because those games are basically just movies. I have a feeling that based on what I've seen of the second and third one, that there's more of a game to them as opposed to just go and do this and this and this and then sit here have like some chicken tenders and like or pizza and like a Coke nearby because you're gonna be sitting there for a long time. But I was looking at the graphics, like these are like in-game graphics, not like FMV. And there's a guy, they show their hand, and like the thumb and like the index finger are like joints, but then like the other three fingers they're like one thing. I'm like thinking, what in the like? I thought this was like the PS2. This is like some Fighter Maker sort of thing. Because like in Fighter Maker, I don't expect you have ever played that because my brother just happened to have it because he just got like RPG Maker on PS1.
So it's like it's part of that kind of thing.
It's like similar branding. Like if you looked at the logo on like the cover, it's like seems like Age Tech was like trying to port all that with like the same logo. I don't know if it's like done by the same company. I think like RPG Maker itself was actually owned by a different company at the time, like in Japan. But in Fighter Maker, it's not like, here's the thing, it's not like Character Maker. You have like a bunch of preset characters you can choose. Like Maximilian, they did a video on it like I think a year or two ago, and they're like we made Wesker in this game, and they like have like jokes because it's with him and like his buddies, and they like make jokes like they have to delay the game because it's taking forever to like make the moves because it's like a Tekken like you can't really do like projectiles, it's 3D, and it's literally you have to like go and animate like every frame with the controller, like all the joints and like like change the forearm, change the shoulder, the like the upper back arm. It's jank. Like it is very jank, and you have to put in a lot of work to do it. Like make something, and even if you do decide to do it, like put everything together for a character, it takes up like an entire memory card, like a PS1 memory card.
Oh dang.
And whenever you go to load a character up, it has to load the whole thing up like before the match, and it's as opposed to like loading off the disc.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's funny because like I mentioned like Street Fighter EX, and the most popular character in there actually, I was introduced to him in this game as opposed to Street Fighter EX.
Mm.
And it's the Skullomania. It's like this guy in this like weird skull suit thing that I think you see in a lot of like Japan, like that like Baby Metal video that was with playing that one unused Ava song.
Yeah.
Those guitar guys look like, that's what Skullomania looks like. Except he has like a scarf and he's like supposed to be like this. Literally, he's supposed to be like a used car salesman that like he sucked at his job so much he was told he had to be like a superhero to like bring in sales, and then like he apparently got like this inspiration to be a superhero like so hard that he just quit his job and it's like it doesn't really matter because it's not like none of the EX characters show up in the mainline games because they're technically owned by the company that made those games. They just happen to be like Capcom devs who were working on Street Fighter 2 and they broke off to do their own thing.
Yeah.
So. So you're trying to just take everything in.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'll tell you why I make sure to kill all the enemies in this game.
Yeah.
It's because when I first played this game, it was back on a CRT, and it was a very dark CRT. Like, if I put all the settings up to make the brightness as high as possible,
it would still be dark.
Yeah, I still couldn't see shit, especially in this game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then like the GameCube version was even like darker than the trilogy version because they added bloom lighting in the trilogy version.
Oh, okay.
So everything was always super dark, and I would just always like kind of get like hit by like stuff I can't even see. So it was like a jump scare every time. So
yeah,
I think because of that, I try to like clear out every room before I even move.
Yeah, because you don't want to keep getting like hit or random, sound effects. Or, I think the only games that I like struggled with that with are I don't know what it is. It's like I don't know if it's like a Capcom thing or it's just an early 2000s thing. I think you're supposed to like bomb something here, if I recall. If you're like trying to go this way.
I was having flashbacks to that dark TV. That's why. Because on my TV I couldn't even see it just now, which is weird.
But yeah, I would play like DMC1 or like Resident Evil Code Veronica on like Dreamcast or PS2.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is. Those games are just dark for like no good reason. Like I get they're supposed to be like horror, but like at least in the other games I could see what's going on.
Yeah. See what you're doing.
But it's like this weird. I don't know if it's like this weird dark filter or if it's just like Capcom was getting used to like doing like full 3D back environments.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was also one of those things where like the monitors they were like making everything on was just like a completely different like color profile than like the average TV, and they're like, oh, this will be very bright, everyone will see this,
and then you go and play it, and everyone else plays it, and I'm like, and they're like, what in the world am I supposed to look at here?
Yeah. Oops.
At least you got plenty of missile ammo now.
Oh yeah, I got ship refills.
I like how in this game you can do the cancel. You can just assault them with missiles.
Yeah. There's like a super missile thing here. Yeah.
That's not until later.
No, the on the tree. There's.
Yeah, I know what you're
super
saying. Like, I don't think you can even.
Oh yeah, I thought I need to grapple to get it or something.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't think I could get up there.
Fatality. Yeah. Do you have? Oh wait, yeah, you do have the super missile. If I
Yeah.
remember. Oh yeah, because he has the thermal visor, which looks like ass in this game.
I still can't believe like they never like even did like a patch to like give you the option to not make Samus look like her tech is from the 80s.
Well, I mean, it's like the testers should have been like, okay, this thing looks. I'm like, what am I looking at here? You know, the way it moves. You know, which is weird because I mean they make a big point of like, you'd be like, you know, photosensitivity and you know, epileptic warnings and stuff.
Yeah, especially like American developers they're always like all about accessibility now, but then they go and like put that shit in there.
Well, actually, it's funny because like the first time that Nintendo actually did that was, I mean, which system did they do that with? Just take a guess.
What, the motion?
Yeah, the first, or they put like a health warning.
Oh, wasn't it the GameCube?
No.
But like because I know like some of the games when you put them in, they would have that health and safety, whatever.
No, it was the Virtual Boy.
Really? Okay.
Because yeah, I mean, if you never had a Virtual Boy, I can understand.
Yeah.
When you power it on, it'll be like you know, please make sure to take breaks or something like that. I forget what it was.
Okay.
We actually did have one. Emphasis on did have one.
Oh.
We gave it to I think my brother, the one I'm usually referring to.
Yeah.
We let like a nephew and niece borrow it, and he went to go and get it back, and apparently they lost it, and they don't remember where they put it.
Wow. That's crazy.
Not that it's like not that like
Not that it's like a giant thing that like you definitely can't miss.
I mean, it's one of the. I'm not like oh man, I'm so glad I'm so sad that I can't like, get motion sickness or a headache.
Yeah.
Because I have used it like what little I did play of it. It does give you a headache.
Oh, I bet.
Just because of the way it was made and everything. But the controller, it was a nice like controller like ergonomically. It's just most games. I think the only game that really used all like the controller and like everything, other than like the link port that never they didn't even release anything for that, like the actual like cable. It was
that reminds me of like the Wii U, how they were like yeah, it could support 2 gamepads, and then they never like not a single game ever did that.
Oh, with the 2 gamepads.
Yeah.
On one remote.
On one Wii U. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because like someone had asked like Miyamoto or something in an interview about that, and they were like, yeah, that's a possibility, but we could only do up to 2 gamepads, so we'll see what kind of games we can do with that. And then they never did anything.
Might have just been like they didn't really have much of an idea for it, or like developers did, them or third parties didn't have it. That was like for the Wii U though, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just like, how would that work though? Like 2 gamepad, like, oh, okay, I get it. The gamepad, like the actual like gamepad unit, not like controllers.
Yeah. Yeah, the big old tablet touchscreen.
Yeah, okay, I get the picture. It's still that, nah. I mean, I guess if you want to do
with the whole like asynchronous play or whatever.
Well, yeah, but the problem is that those tablets were supposed to come with the system, and that's the thing. Like that gimmick, I'm like thinking, okay, this is neat, but that's only if you're playing a party game. If you just have one other person there, which is usually the case for a lot of, at least in my case, anyways. Sometimes I might have like nephews over, for whatever reason, and they might want to play like usually it's just like I'll just fire up like a fighting game because those are like the easiest to set up because I don't have to like plug in like multiple controllers and you know set up like profiles and everything. At least for an emulator, I've kind of sort of figured that out a little bit. But I ran into like I think I told you when I was playing with my coworkers, or with a coworker and a relative of his. I was even running issues with like the stupid extension cables of all things.
Yeah. It's funny because Scott the Waz he did a video. It wasn't about. I don't think it was about emulation. I don't even remember what it was about. But he got on the topic of it.
Emulation.
Hmm?
I know he did one about emulation.
Yeah, I don't remember if it was about emulation or not, but he went on like a little tangent. He was like, yeah, I know, I could just emulate it instead of playing it on like Nintendo Switch or whatever, or buying the re-release. But he went on like the whole spiel about how like sometimes controllers will just like not work for like the dumbest reasons on PCs or whatever.
I mean, that is true to a certain extent. It depends on like what version of Windows you're using, what your computer has, as far as like hardware, and firmware and drivers. It's a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
On Windows, it's usually not.
Yeah, this is Scott we're talking about. He's terrified of like hacking my Wii. So.
Yeah, even though it's like the easiest thing ever, and everyone, you know, not everyone, I guess, because I mean, Wii's are everywhere. You know, collecting dust. A lot of people just use them for Wii Sports, or I don't know if you had a sister, maybe they played the dance or fit game or whatever.
Yeah. Like he bought a whole Ambassador console, like the 3DS that have the Ambassador certificate on it.
Oh, okay.
Like just because he wanted to try Game Boy Advance games on the 3DS, not so much to say he could have an Ambassador 3DS, but mainly to play GBA games on 3DS. And it's like,
I mean, that's
like
expensive, I guess.
Yeah, but it's like you could just hack it and then download the 3DS certificate. Like,
well, I mean that was like only at the launch that they did that night, the Ambassador, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, back then they were like.
It's like none of my 3DSs are Ambassador, but you could hack the system and then go on HShop and just download the Ambassador certificate.
Yeah.
And then you can install all the GBA games you want. And, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just used the injection thing for the ones that it supports. I've used like RetroArch like once, like a few times.
Yeah, I don't like using RetroArch on 3DS. That's
here's what I did. I loaded up like King of Fighters '98 on like the Final Burn video.
Yeah.
And I was like, whenever it like stopped like loading up, I thought it like I was like something missing, like it was like a crashed or something.
Yeah.
But it just took that long to load. Like took like 5 minutes to load. I'm thinking, what in the world? No, I'm not gonna use RetroArch on this thing. Never mind, you know.
And even on the new 3DS, like Genesis games would chug sometimes, which is like absurd.
I mean, I don't remember running much Genesis, but I did actually have one. Yeah. It's. I think I told you I actually had like a dual IPS one.
Yeah. You
actually,
sold it already, right?
Yeah, it was like 500 something. I think it was like 560 or something like that. It sold for. I think I actually took home like 430 something because you know eBay fees and all that.
That's still pretty good.
I mean, yeah, it's. I mean, I forget what I paid for it. I think I told you like the story behind it, right? Like how I got it initially.
If you did, I don't remember.
Okay, so what I did was this is when I was working. I think it's safe to say I worked at a retail store.
Yeah.
There's only so many of them that I've worked at, but I'm not gonna say which one.
There's only so many that exist now.
Yeah, you know, they haven't like closed up or anything, but yeah, I was this place at the time. I don't know if all stores did it or this particular batch did it or what, but I had an hour-long break. So
Yeah.
I was trying to bid this guy, because this is like a bidding war sort of thing,
Yeah.
and I think it had like 2 or 3 hours left. But I had to go to work and go back to work in like 5 minutes or something. So I'm like, kind of, sitting there like being like, okay, am I gonna like actually try to wager like a big giant? Because I was like thinking about just putting like a big giant, stack of cash bid down,
Yeah.
um, and just be like, just throw it out there, hope it doesn't get outbid, and what do you know? I end up winning the thing.
Wow.
I forget. I think it was like something like somewhere in like the 5 to 600 range, or 700. To, like get
Oh, okay.
the one I did.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't just like it was the Ocarina of Time skin one,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and like a lot of the ones you see on eBay even to this day are like the generic, like some of the more generic ones.
Yeah.
And it came with like a few games and some other stuff as well. Um, but I was like thinking, yes, I got this thing, and then but then Catch 22 comes in. It's like, but I don't want to. Now that I have this expensive thing, I want to take care of it, right? I don't want to
Yeah.
use it until like the screen starts scratching up.
Yeah.
I mean, and I still use it. I just made sure not to like have like grease on my hands when using it, because with something as reflective as that particular skin is, it would
Yeah.
show. Um, but then
Oh, it was like a glossy finish one.
kind of. It's not as fingerprint magnet as the Wii U, but
Yeah.
it's I would say it's probably like a better finish than that. But yeah, it's one of those things where eventually like life happens, and then like, well, I got free money here, and
Yeah.
if I seriously need to get a free DS, I mean, I don't know. I don't think there's really that much. I don't think there's really that much that a 3DS would like that a new 3DS has, other than being able to play like Xenoblade and
Yeah.
what's that other game that it can play that's like exclusive? I forget what it is.
Super Meat Boy.
Well, no, I don't.
Oh no,
I
no,
don't,
not Super Meat Boy. It's the other game from that guy. Something Dungeon.
Dungeon. That sounds familiar.
It's like from the Meat Boy guy, but you're like, oh, the Binding of Isaac. That one. I'm pretty
Really?
sure that's new 3. Yeah. Regular 3DS can't run it.
Okay. I mean, I know there's like 3 different versions. I think there's like the original, and then there's like the remaster or something that has like new stuff.
Yeah.
Wow. The thing about like the port of Xenoblade though, it's like it gets rendered obsolete because that's like the game they released like released 3 times now. I think.
Yeah. That's probably like the worst version of that game to play, honestly.
Oh, you played it a little bit or seen footage of it?
Yeah, I've seen footage of it. It's like if you think like the Wii or the PS2 looks blurry, like holy shit.
I remember seeing like footage of Metal Gear Solid 3 on 3DS, and it was
Yeah,
just
that it didn't like the graphics didn't look too bad, but the frame rate was like god awful.
okay. That's actually a thing that they sold on the
Oh,
eShop.
yeah. Yeah, it's like a whole series of and some of them aren't even rated M, some of them are just rated T.
I would like one of them to just be rated E, but then as like they actually snuck in, something that would get them in like big trouble.
They would probably get banned from like the eShop.
I see.
Oh yeah, I bought that. I still have to play that Corona game. I haven't actually played it yet. Yeah, yeah. There's Hentai World, there's Hentai Golf, Hentai Girls, Hentai versus Evil. I actually would not be able to play that on stream. Hentai versus Evil.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that one lives up to its rating.
Yeah, I have some stuff, but it's like mostly just kind of random, like indie stuff.
Yeah.
I remember there was one thing called like it was like no thing, not like nothing, but like no thing.
Yeah, I think I've seen that.
I don't even. The thing about indie stuff, I'm always like, well, I could always buy it on computer as well. I'm playing on like my Steam Deck.
Yeah. You've seen the Tohu or Tuhu, however you pronounce it, the racing game, right? Where it's like Double Dash.
I mean, there's a lot of them. I've not seen that
Skydrift.
particular one.
Okay.
Actually, I have a game called ASMR Slicing.
I think it was like 30 cents, so I was like, you know what? Why not?
So as you can see, I can really just tapping on my microphone, just like this. I don't know if that's even coming through.
A little bit, yeah.
I have a what is it? I have the Metroidvania.
Yeah.
I think I played up to like the second boss. It doesn't seem like it's very long.
I have that one on PS4, I think, but I haven't played much of it.
I did play the one that was based off of Record of Loadout's War, one where you're playing as Deedlit.
Yeah.
Which
I wanted to get that game, and like Best Buy, they had the physical of it at one point, and then it sold out, and then I don't think they ever restocked it or planned on restocking it.
Yeah, I did play through that. My problem is I don't know anything about Record of. I mean, I know Deedlit, but I don't know any of the characters. I mean, I know it's based off of, like Dungeons and Dragons, but that's about it.
Oh, I actually didn't know it was based off on D&D.
Well, yeah, I just like looked at it on like Wikipedia, and I was like, oh, that's actually like I think it's like supposed to be like the Japanese primarily.
Yeah, because I remember seeing there was like an anime for it from like a while ago.
Like an OVA or something from like the 90s.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's an interesting thing to make a game of like 20, 30 years later.
Yeah.
So yeah, what do you think of
So you just going through portals here? Is it just like a time attack sort of thing? Or?
Yeah, but what do you think of the method of transportation?
Oh, okay. I was like half confused. I was like, what's going? Yeah, that's one way to have a ride. You know, I'm gonna take you for a ride.
This is the Double Dash sequel we never got.
If only you could play other people.
Yeah, there's. Actually, I don't know if there's an online mode, but you can do. There's a story mode, and then you can also just do versus. I guess there is no online mode. Oh no, there is. Let's see if anyone's on there.
That's the thing about like online stuff is that
no one's online.
That thing about like online stuff though is like any game like that is like I think of like games. This is back in like 7th gen where
yeah,
you have Call of Duty and then you have like Halo and you have like everyone else.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Because you know you're not gonna. I mean, there'll be some games you might get a game in. But then there'll be other times there's like no one.
Yeah. Actually, I've been meaning, because I think I heard something about like Call of Duty on Wii U still being like semi-active, like probably not in the triple digits, but like still somewhat active.
Well, I mean, it's the only one that it's the only game that was like Black Ops. No, it was Black Ops 2.
Yeah,
Ghost.
Black Ops 2.
I think Ghost got a port to Wii U, and then that was it because it was like Advanced Warfare afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah, I think those were the only ones.
Out of like all the ones like that were like past my time, you know, when my brother stopped like buying those, all those games. The only one I really wanted to play was Advanced Warfare because you'd actually like dodge out of the way and stuff. Like it actually looked like something different, not just like Call of Duty, but now it's in the future, or you know. I mean, I still have
isn't that like when they kind of like took the some of the mechanics from like Titanfall or something?
I don't think it was exactly like It wasn't exactly like Titanfall. I think Titanfall was mostly double jump and like wall running.
The wall running. Yeah.
I think the wall running thing was like Black Ops 3. This was like more like Unreal Tournament, if I had to compare it to anything. Like in Unreal Tournament, you can like dodge out of the way left and right, or you know, you could like you couldn't like boost unless you got like the jump boots or something in the level.
Yeah.
Or you could like. I mean, I think you said you played Quake before, right?
Yeah. I think there was like Quake 2 or 3, and then when I had my iMac, there was like a freeware like Quake clone. I don't remember what it was called, but I played that a bit.
Open Arena, probably.
Probably.
But yeah, I was there's like jump pad things you can jump onto, and it like send you to like another level. Some levels in Unreal Tournament would get like creative. Like sometimes it'd be like jump you and put in one jump pad, and you have to jump on another jump pad, and you know.
Yeah.
So. Actually, I don't think I've ever shown you that one level I made. I have to like port it and like actually like, upload it.
Yeah.
I think that was like the issue. Was like I couldn't like upload things because it was like on like Discord, and you know how Discord is with like file size limits.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, it's not even anything like that like remarkable. It's just like a basic arena level, but you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, it's like the one thing I put out, so it's like, well, at least I put out something, you know.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. ASMR slicing is the publisher is Cubic Games, and you know.
So did they leave any means of running unsigned code as this one?
I don't know. I do have like a ton of their games just because like they always offer them for free. They're like, oh, if you bought any of our games, you can get these 10 games for free.
Wow.
So I end up like getting a lot of them for free.
Yeah, it sounds like some of the games I have on my Steam account, like I mean, it wasn't for free. The Learning Japanese to Survive RPG Maker games. I got that from like Fanatical for like dirt cheap.
Yeah, they have some good sales sometimes, bundles and stuff. Or you like that ASMR?
Those are some games I should actually probably be playing. If I wanted to like get better at it, but you know, I don't. I've heard various people say like it's not as good for like learning Japanese as you might think or hope it would be.
There's one on Wii U, and you know, added to the list of hundreds of things I have but have never even touched yet. But it's called Ohio Welcome to like Learning Beginner Japan or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's like the only game on Wii U I saw that's like about learning Japanese, but I think that's more than the Switch has, as far as I know.
There was this Hiragana Pixel Party thing where it's basically like a rhythm game, and mixed with like be like you know, for A, E, you know, for I, or A.
Yeah.
And you'd have to push like a button. I was actually trying it out. They have like a PC version, but I dumped the Switch version, and it's okay. But the problem is, it's very how do I put this? It's very. I would say the aesthetic is not very fun, if that makes sense. Like your character is like a noob Saibot, like like just like a black outline.
Oh, okay.
Like it's like a black like floor, but like whenever you
Yeah.
like do stuff, like flashes up, and I'm like, you know, at least in like Yakuza, the dance thing in there, Yakuza 0 to be precise, because there is one in the fifth one where it's a little bit more what is it? Where it involves a certain character and it's a little bit easier.
Okay.
But like the one in 0, it's like you have this board and you have to move here and there and push like the right button at the right time, and it's like it is ridiculously tight. At least that there's like there's visuals and characters when they're done. If you like do well, they'll do like a cool pose. They have you pointing at the camera.
Yeah.
There's also like there's also a certain guy in that game that you can go against that even if you like were perfect, you couldn't beat him. But to say who he is would be a bit of a spoiler.
Okay.
Like a fun sort of spoiler. It's not like anything plot related, but
Yeah.
See what else you got.
Yeah, I have tons of stuff I just never touched.
Switch version of Omori, which has exclusive stuff not in the PC version, because of course.
Yep. I'm scrolling through and I'm seeing like I cannot stream that. I cannot stream that.
I mean, sometimes there's some games like I don't know how fun like streaming something like Danganronpa would be.
Oh yeah, it's like story time basically.
I mean, is it like it's like a visual novel, right? Like with just like
Oh, I thought you were just picking an example at random. I didn't even realize that.
Well, I saw that. I'm like thinking,
Yeah.
like I'm trying to think like people who like the games are like not fun to like stream, and I'm thinking games like that, Phoenix Wright, or Ace, I think it's called Ace Attorney, right? But Phoenix Wright, he's the character everyone associates with that series. Like that has to be like one of those games where they're like people are like, I have nothing to really sit. You have to like be involved almost like in that niche already.
Yeah.
And it's not like there's anything to speed run.
Like a whole decade ago when I first got my PS4, I would just I would just stream to Twitch whenever I was playing, and like I wouldn't even have a microphone on or anything. I would just stream to archive the gameplay because I just wanted to. And but I would like stream the Neptunia games a lot, and like those are like right up there with like Danganronpa, as in like not good for streams because like it's either like a whole hour of like of the game basically turning into a visual novel, or like hours of grinding, which like it's probably not fun to watch either. But somehow I did, like back then I did get like a consistent like 4 to 5 views.
Yeah. Well, I would. I mean, I feel like that way, the same way about like Xenosaga. There's some gameplay here, but at least like Xenogears, like it starts off a little slow. Like there's some cutscenes from the beginning, and the intro. There's a lot happening, but at least it's like interesting. Like, and you get like some investment into like the characters and the world a little bit, and there's already like some because throughout Xenogears, what happens is they plant a bunch of seeds that will develop in certain ways as you go throughout the game.
Yeah.
As far as like the plot goes, that keeps you invested. Whereas Xenosaga, what it does is it does that, and then depending on how much time you want to spend talking to NPCs, it's not just like talk to one person. It's like welcome to Corneria or welcome to the ship or something like that. It's like some of them you can talk to them like 4 or 5 times and they have something to say, and it's kind of cool. But it's also like not only are you doing that, and you want to do it because in the first hour, I'm not really a big spoiler. The ship you're on basically gets attacked, and pretty much everyone on the ship that isn't like a central character important to the plot is dead.
Yeah. Oh.
You know, so
Yeah.
Xenogears is a little bit like better in that regard, and like letting you actually play the game and like get into like the swing of things.
Yeah.
And they also don't like take like do an ice bucket challenge on you for like a tutorial either.
Yeah.
They kind of just let you like figure it out, and there's some hidden stuff to discover, and there's some stuff that doesn't explain. You have to like go and look up on GameFAQs, like figure out how it works. But at least I'm like it lets me just it's like more hands off, and I can actually just sit down and play it.
Yeah.
I just don't know if it just once you get to like disc 2, then it's like okay, then it becomes like a visual novel, but at least you're already like invested at that point.
Yeah. Oh my god, this game is up.
Oh wait, you're playing this like crane game thing, and I'm like super behind.
Yeah. Okay, let's see if there's options here.
Yeah,
I
because
haven't touched this in like 2 years. It's one of those like live things where it's like you're actually playing real cranes like, in Japan.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah. And like if you win stuff, they'll actually like ship it to you, but of course you have to pay to play.
Oh, okay.
Oh no! Oh no! They blocked me.
Blocked you.
Oh no! I thought they blocked me.
Alternative service.
Yeah. This is first
That,
time.
you're totally going to read. Could be worse. You could be playing Nyan Cat right now.
Okay.
Meow meow meow
Well,
meow 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 meow.
we'll have to demo that another time. I remember the last time I loaded it up, I had like, because when you first get the game, they give you like 3 or like 5 free plays, and I never use them. I think I always wanted to like save it for a stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can do that another time when here, I'll turn that shit down. Oh shit, it's pretty late.
Oh yeah, because you were like, what? That.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
pretty late for me as well.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream there.
I see.
Walk over to my laptop. Yeah, freaking when you're streaming on YouTube from OBS, you have to hit start streaming like twice. It's weird. And then I gotta hit stop streaming.